What is up, everybody? How are you? I want to make a quick educational video because I just helped a friend of mine get a policy. And for so many years, he didn't know that this is what I did. So I was like, wow, man, maybe I need to get up on here and start educating people more often on what I do. For those of you that don't know, I work in financial services with regards to retirement planning and life insurance. So I was able to help my buddy get a policy with living benefits. And he's like, man, if I would have known you've done this, I would have came to you a lot sooner. And he didn't know nothing like this existed. So I felt compelled to do a little case study here, an educational video for many of you that if you have a family and your life insurance policy doesn't have living benefits, this is something that you really want to highly consider. And if you have a policy through work, just know that once you leave your job or you get laid off or you move to another company, that policy is no longer with you. So I highly recommend that you have something that can travel with you, and it's not expensive. Okay, so I was able to get my buddy who's 40 years old $1 million life insurance policy that's going to take care of him and his family. So I want to educate you on what I was able to do for him. And then I want you to look at, does your life insurance policy do this? And of course, I want to make sure that you know I'm here as a resource, and you could always reach out to me for a free quote to see if this is something that I could ever help you with. Of course, right? I'm always here to help. It's how I build my business. So let me educate you on what it is I did for him. So let me kind of give you the background here. He's 40 years old, healthy guy. He's married. He's got a stay-at-home wife who holds it down with their children, 10-year-old boy, 7-year-old girl. He is a general contractor by trade, remodels kitchens, works on houses here in Southern California. He's the breadwinner, but he's got no coverage, right? Very typical of self-employed people as they're getting going. And I just asked him, like, man, if something were to happen to you, is your wife going to be able to pay the mortgage? He's like, man, no, I don't have anything like that in place. So I was like, brother, let's take care of you. So for $67 a month, $67.32 to be exact, we got him $1 million policy. But here's the cool thing, right? Because life insurance, obviously, if you die, that $1 million pays out tax free to his beneficiaries. But this policy has living benefits. And this is why I wanted to make this video, because if your policy doesn't do this, it's something that you want to highly consider. I told them, hey, if you ever got diagnosed with a terminal illness and you had 24 months or less to live, 2 years or less, your family would have access to $861,000 tax free, even while you're still living. That's a benefit that most active term policies or permanent policies don't offer. That's a living benefit. Now, if you ever had a chronic illness, and of course, you ask me, well, what's a chronic illness? A chronic illness here is if a doctor has certified that within the past 12 months, you are unable to perform 2 out of the 6 activities of daily living for a period of at least 90 consecutive days. So what that consists of is if he couldn't bathe himself, continence, dressing, feed himself, use the bathroom by himself, he can't move himself, it would kick on this chronic illness rider. And being that he's a general contractor, I mean, what if something happened where he couldn't work or he got sick and he couldn't provide for his family? Again, he didn't die, but he's not in a position to go back to work. So this is going to cause some financial issues. So now we got him covered. I said, look, if something like that were to happen, look, say you were 44 years old, you would have access to $7,598 a month for 50 months. And I said, that would really help you and your family out. That'll help pay the mortgage, put food on the table. If it was 46, it would be 81.44 a month, right? Age 50, $9,200 a month for 50 months. That's a tremendous benefit that most policies don't offer. And if you ever had, let's say, a critical illness, heart attack, stroke, right? Other diseases, cancer, ALS, right? Or you had a critical injury that ever led to, say, a coma, paralysis, severe burns, traumatic brain injury, could be from a bad car accident. Could be a variety of different things that could happen to somebody where they don't die, but again, they're not in good shape to go back to work anytime soon. That's going to cause a huge financial detriment to him and his family. So now with these living benefits, he's taken care of in the event of also of a critical illness or critical injury. So let's say if it was a severe situation like a severe stroke or heart attack, cancer, let's say he's 46 years of age, his family would have access to $534,000 while he's still living, right? And so that's a tremendous benefit. And they give it to different categories, whether it's a category 1, minor to moderate, to category 4, life threatening, which is obviously could be on the brink of death, right? But again, what if he doesn't pass away, but his family will have access to resources, right? That's a tremendous benefit. And so you got to look at it. I guess going back to me now, if your policy doesn't have living benefits, it's something that I want you to highly consider. Okay. If you have an agent, go to your agent and say, hey, I need to get a policy with living benefits because I don't know if mine does. Most policies do nowadays, but not every company is equal. And again, if I can be a resource for you, it doesn't matter where you're at in the country, I can help you and do and run a quote for you. We can almost work with almost any budget depending on what your dollar amount is, right? So this is very cheap. Again, I was able to hook him up for $67 a month for 20 years for $1 million life insurance policy with living benefits. So I just wanted to throw that out there to you guys and educate you on life insurance with living benefits. And again, if I can be a resource, shoot me a comment, share this video, reach out to me, and I'll be happy to help you in any way possible. And again, thanks for taking the time to watch this video. Have a good one.